Hello, duckies, and welcome to Inspector Schmidt The Ebbing. My name's Viola. If you like what you see, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help the channel. So this is a demo from the Steam Next Fest in which we get to see the first quest in a full story, I'm guessing. So let's hop on in. It's a detective story. I would like to detect where I am.
You step off the boat and onto the dock. You've arrived. Hafstedt, a small tourist seaside town on the northern coast of Lower Saxony, North German Confederation. Late summer, 1870.
Let's go. I want to enjoy my vacation. Okay, I'm gonna turn up the sound a bit because it's a little on the low side.
Schmidt. Schmidt.
Since it seems like there's going to be... Ah! 1 second. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Woo. It's fighting with me a little bit about keeping the settings how I wish them to be. Okay, I can hit shift to run. The gate's locked.
The factory emits black, sooty smoke into the sky.
Oh, it's a factory.
The factory emits black, sooty smoke into the sky.
I'm not looking at the factory, I'm looking at the gate. The gate's locked. Okay. So, somewhere around here, my suitcase. Oh. Oh. Did I leave it behind?
There is orderly chaos here.
I like that. Orderly chaos. Oh, that's how my desk is. My desk is in a constant state of orderly chaos. Okay. Maybe it's got taken off with all the other orderly chaos. Really? Ah, suitcase.
Hey there, traveler. Are you, let's see, Schmidt from Bavaria?
You can respond to people with archetypal statements. The archetypes are tough, intellectual, and quirky. Your conversation partners react differently to your approach, depending on their own nature. A well-chosen statement can later benefit you and simplify communication.
Listen, nature boy, I'll call you whatever you want. Just tell me which suitcase is yours. The name is Nils. I'm here to help get your luggage to your room. I ain't no fucking bellboy neither. Liv Kid needed help, so I helped. That's all. They own the place. Her and my brother. I just help out. So where's your suitcase, pal?
You have collected information about Niels Hansen. Information collected about people or places is stored in your notebook. You can access your notebook by pressing the I key.
Come on, pal. I don't got all fucking day. Which suitcase is yours?
Oh, how nice of you. Yeah. Okay. There's 3. Okay.
A stylish suitcase, but not yours. The suitcase looks like yours, but it's not. This is clearly your suitcase, but something is different. You notice a fine silk scarf caught within its buckle. You either have luck or you don't. Give it a try. You see, it works brilliantly. And if it doesn't work out, you can use skill points to compensate. But if they're used up, then you lost. That's called bad luck. You
Dang.
stare blankly at the garment attached to your suitcase. Weary from the day's long journey, you are unable to concentrate. Your fingers fumble with the buckles to no avail. Losing in a skill check results in a temporary penalty applied to one or more of your abilities.
What the hell's taking so long? Come over here. I have something to help you with that.
Did you have something for me?
I think you, lack some skills. You seem a bit confused to me. Here, take my toolkit. This should help increase your chances.
You received an item
You
from
have
Nick.
received an item from Niels that you can use in the skill check to temporarily enhance your ability. Try once more to free the cloth and use the tool set.
Okay.
This is clearly your suitcase. During the skill check, use items such as Niels' tool set to improve your skill level.
Okay. That was horrible. Who are you kidding?
You are no craftsman. The tools feel foreign in your hands. It's time to admit it. You don't know what you're doing. Suddenly, the tool slips in your unskilled hand, ripping the scarf in half. Clearly, this is a woman's scarf. Fine silk, sweet-smelling perfume. You remember that the woman you met on board, Kirsten Van Groot, wore one just like it.
You finally figure out which suitcase is yours? About damn time. Head up these stairs and then hang a left. The inn is just ahead. You can't miss it. I'll be right behind you with your luggage.
Where? Fashion boutique. Fast travel to the harbor unlocked.
No fish are being sold at the moment.
Yeah, quick travel point. Okay, get it. Bandage. Should I be worried about the fact that there is a bandage? And lamp oil? Ah, this must be the inn. Dat Ehebus? Or is it Ehus? Ah.
You enter the common room of the inn. The smell is overwhelming. Somewhere in the distance, you make out what could be some pretty decent stew. The radiant hum of conversation and celebration is punctuated only by the frequent, although nonetheless ceremonious toasting amongst friends. From the back of the room, a middle-aged woman smiles and approaches.
Well, Mr. Schmidt, is it? We've been expecting you. Welcome, welcome. My name is Levka Hansen. I'm thrilled you chose to stay with us. I can see Niels has assisted you with your luggage. I trust everything went smoothly with him? Please, please, come in and make yourself comfortable. You must be famished after such a long journey. Sit. I've prepared a table with a window view just for you. The special today is a hearty beef stew, made by yours truly, of course, served with some homemade bread and farm fresh butter. Take a seat and I'll bring it right out.
Telegraph line from London to Calcutta has been operational for 2 days. Telegram from the British capital of Calcutta took only 28 minutes. For the Britons, a long-cherished goal has been achieved. Now, telegraphy can reach even the farthest corner of the British colony.
The table looks inviting. You take a seat. At the end of the table, an unlikely pair of friends are engaged in a spirited discussion. Although you had hoped to enjoy your meal in peace, you can't help but eavesdrop as the animated pair continue their conversation.
Yes. We both know you're an expert on the topic. I would be too if I had that much time on my hands. Remember, I never asked for this. Someone had to put their neck on the line while they sort out this whole mess in France. But tell me then, what is your expert opinion? What do you see for the future?
Can't you see, old man? This is only the tip of the iceberg. Why stop with one? Our little town could be on the precipice of greatness. Should we just seize the opportunity? We should have more lines, more operators. We will be connected to the whole world.
This is about the telegraphy expansion. Nice.
The taller man turns to face you.
And you, what do you think?
His eyebrow raises at you inquisitively. Cigar smoke and brandy hang thick in his mustache. He nods at you in anticipation.
Are you daft? Not a care in the world while history is being written around you. Of course, a simpleton like you would understand the technological nuances within the world
Seriously?
of telegraphy. Would you?
First year mid
Splendid! You hear that, Just? The kid is an expert. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this past year, particularly about the events in April.
Naturally.
Fascinating stuff. Please spare us no details.
Naturally, I'd be a fool not to.
Before entering into a confrontation, you would benefit from conducting a thorough investigation. Examine the area, question the townfolk, pay attention along the way. Remember, confronting a suspect works best if you first have all the facts. The smaller of the two men makes eye contact and begins to speak.
Never mind him. Ivor tends to be, easily excitable, especially when it comes to things he's passionate about.
Sorry, guys.
Seems only Bente can keep up with him when he gets like this. Don't let him get to you.
Searching.
The name is Joost, Mayor Schepler. Still getting used to the title myself. Just standing in, keeping the peace until this nonsense with France blows over. Blood and iron and all that stuff. I just wish old Bismarck would remember the blood part of his slogan consists of human lives. Not all of us wish violence on our neighbors. They call it progress. But as mayor, I gotta say, the new telegraph equipment in Hafstead really is state-of-the-art. Quite fascinating indeed, and by far the biggest thing to happen to our sleepy little harbor in ages. You really should brush up on the matter. Truly fascinating stuff. Lievke's husband Bente is our local operator. He'll talk your ear off about it. But hell, he owns this place. Just look around. He keeps every news article, every book, and every publication he can find that even mentions the word telegraph. There's bound to be an encyclopedia's worth of information in this room alone. Come back and talk to us when you're a little more well-versed on the subject.
The original, good and fresh, medically tested and recommended as an excellent food for children and for those whose digestive system requires special care. Preparation of zwieback is very simple, and it will be enjoyed in its dry state or taken in combination with tea, coffee, chocolate, wine, milk, or water. Can be stored for years, making it especially suitable for traveling families and for shipment to the most distant overseas location. Where have I heard of that before? Tobacco enjoyment for well over 20 minutes. Who needs fast smoking cigarettes when excellent taste can last much longer? No. Just my chair. I'm guessing you're Bente? Hello, my name is Valentine Schmidt.
Oh, my apologies, young man. My mind is elsewhere. I didn't notice you come in. My wife says the French could be beating down our doors, and I wouldn't even bat an eye. Bente Hansen. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Schmidt. My wife and I run this little inn. Well, to be honest, we may be a bit of an overstatement. Levke, bless her heart, she runs this inn. We inherited it from my folks, but I can't stand the place. No, I'm a man of science, Mr. Schmidt. Technology, my boy, that's the future. Say, you look like a worldly man. Are you familiar with the telegraph? That's what I do. I run the telegraph house here in Hofstad. Hell of a thing, my boy. Hell of a thing. Might sound like nothing but clicks to you like a locust. That's what my wife says. But it is its own language, connecting the whole world. It's the future, my boy. Can I help you? What a time to be alive, my boy. Can you believe it? When Siemens took that contract, I thought, there's no way in hell it could be done. Sure, £400,000 is a lot of money. But a telegraph cable from London to Calcutta, nearly 5,000 kilometers of that, being new built. Come on, let's get real. You know it took them nearly 70,000 posts through feuding territories to stretch that cable? Wooden ones in Poland and Russia, and special cast iron ones installed with a cavalry escort through Persia and the Caucasus. Hell, they even laid a cable under the Black Sea to avoid the fighting. No way I ever thought it would ever be done. Yet they did it. Can you believe that? You know, it runs from England via Emden and Berlin. The North German Confederation at the helm of the technological world. What a time to be alive, my boy. It's amazing how small the world becomes once you start connecting the cables. It used to take a message 30 days to make it from London to Calcutta. Now you know what it takes? 28 minutes, my boy. And this Indo-European line is only the beginning. Soon we will be able to talk to the whole world with a flick of the wrist. Not too many folk can understand the Morse code. The army taught me, and with that knowledge comes the duty to man the line. I could stay and talk about this all day, but unfortunately, I must be going. I'll be seeing you, Mr. Schmidt. I wish you all the best in our little town. Let Levke know if you need anything while you're here. Can I help you?
Hello, Miss Van Groot.
Well, hello, Schmidt. Sure, it's nice to put that boat trip behind us. I always feel a bit uneasy around water. I never thought I'd be so happy to arrive in Hofstad of all places. Solid ground and my sister. Those are the only reasons I'm here. I hope you enjoy your time here. The town looks as though hardly a thing has changed. Quaint as always. You enjoy the sights, get some sun, It looks like you need it. I'm set for some long overdue family time. What's new?
Is this scarf yours? It was stuck on my suitcase.
Oh, wow. That thing looks as though a wild dog has had its way with it. I'm not saying I'm ungrateful. I'm just saying I liked it better in one piece.
Sorry.
I kid. Ratty old thing anyways. Most fellas would have just thrown it to the street. Takes a real gentleman to return a woman's scarf. Or should I say scarves? Well, I think a gentleman should be rewarded. Take these instructions for authentic Frisian tea. Old family recipe. The stuff works wonders.
You have received instructions from Kirsten van Groot. With the help of these instructions, you can use the correct ingredients from your inventory to create items. Items can be used to temporarily improve your abilities. Search your inventory for the instructions collection.
Okay. Oh. Persons. Test. Useful items. Once it decides to actually load. Hello. Open. Frisian tea. Water and tea bag. Craft. Okay. I have some Frisian tea. Ready to talk? I'm an expert on telegraphy.
Excellent. Tell us what you've learned.
Wait, 5 out of 6.
Take your time.
Successfully doing. Okay. Okay, so that was the last part. Okay.
Excellent.
In April, the 4,700 kilometer long telegraph line between London and Calcutta was put into operations.
Do you know where Calcutta is?
British colony in India?
What else do you know about it?
Seaman and Helsinki Company built the telegraph
What
line.
else can you tell us about it?
It runs through Berlin.
You've become quite the expert on the matter.
Impressive. It appears you're quite the quick study. Apologies, my good sir. Where are my manners? Arvid Harms is the name. Local entrepreneur, a, visionary, if you will. My family, titans of the brick industry, have been paving the way towards progress for generations. But one can only be so excited about bricks, am I right? This telegraph, I tell you, is only the beginning. The apex of industry and technology. Quite exciting indeed.
I mean, it is pretty much the continuing, the start of all the situation.
Oh, nice to make your acquaintance, Mr. Schmidt, but I have some private issues to speak with the mayor about. Small town politics are hardly a matter of interest for you, I'm sure. So please excuse us.
Yep, sure.
The mayor smiles sheepishly. Levke, the innkeeper, smiles as she approaches the table.
Well, Mr. Schmidt, I hope these two didn't sully your meal with their incessant rambling. Your room is ready for you. Upper floor, room number 3, at the end of the hall. The stairs are behind the bar. Thank you for staying with us. I wish you a pleasant night's rest.
But what about my food? There was supposed to be some food involved. Take the stick. Take this flour. I take this flower. I'll take this stuff. Eh. That's there. Bench comes into view just in time. Here you can rest, spend time. 2 hours? Okay. Oh boy. Oh, alright, so I have to use the sprats to... Okay, let's get back to the inn. So that's where I need to sleep. Oh. And now it's empty. Interesting. Okay. Okay, that's locked. This is my room. Got you. Another sprat. Okay, nothing else besides my bed.
The bed is made of solid construction. No loose headboard, no weird stains, just a clean, comfortable bed. There is a pleasant odor on the bedding, fresh washed linen with a faint scent of sea air and tobacco. The mattress, although firmer than it appeared, welcomes you after a long day of travel. Moments after your head hits the pillow, you drift off to sleep.
Okay, so it has to be higher than the difficulty. Okay. I get it.
The house is full of strange and curious sounds. Creaking beams, unsettled floors, heavy, lumbering footsteps startle you awake. Exhausted from the journey, you quickly drift back to sleep. You can play the game in detective mode for the full investigation experience and without hints. Better have your pen and paper ready to take notes. Or you can play in story mode, with tasks in your journal so you can relax and enjoy the story. Which do you prefer?
I'm gonna do story mode for
Good
this.
choice. You can come back to the book that lies here on your right anytime to change the setting.
Okay.
You're jolted awake to the sound of several indiscernible voices shouting from outside your window. Try as you may, you cannot make out a single word. Whatever they are saying, it becomes apparent that someone or something is in deep distress. You quickly get dressed and rush out to investigate.
Oh! Oh boy.
wine.
You approach the scene. A large, raucous crowd obscures your view. You push through to the forefront. The blood catches your eye first. Alarmed by its sheer volume, you notice the way it has already begun to darken. There, in the middle, like some cold, twisted island, the lifeless body of a middle-aged man. You study his features, his contorted face, his clothing. You have seen this man before, but you just can't place him. You scan the crowd, recognizing several of the townfolk among them. The mayor, Niels. You lock eyes with Levke Hansen, the innkeeper. She's sobbing. Only then do you realize that the body is none other than her husband, Bente Hansen.
Who could have done this? Oh my god. Is that Bente? I can't look. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Wow! Mom! Check it out! Look at all the blood!
Oh god.
Silence! Quiet, please! Can I have everyone's attention? Quiet, everyone! Now listen up! Tragedy has befallen our sleepy little harbor. Quiet! Quiet, everyone! I intend to get to the bottom of this. First things first, we need some space. Kovic, Niels, can you get these fucking people out of here? I can't even think. Christ! Niels, Levke doesn't need to see this. Get her out of here! Seriously, everyone, I need you to take 2 big steps backward. Give us some room. A man has been murdered. All you doom lurkers should be ashamed of yourselves. Where the fuck is Arvid? I need someone who can operate this fucking machine. We need to reach the mainland and get the constable on a ship over here as soon as possible.
The constable? That'll take days. What if the killer strikes again? We're sitting ducks, Just.
Yeah, Jost. This is clearly the work of Satan. Evil walks among us.
Yes, Satan, yes.
I bet it's those French fucks trying to sabotage our telegraph. It's no coincidence they killed Bente. He's the only person in town who can use it.
Enough! Enough of this nonsense! Can you all just shut the fuck up and listen to me? There's no devil in Hofstad. There are no fucking French spies. Seriously, everyone calm down. I'm sure this is all far less sinister than it appears, despite it appearing rather grisly, I'll admit. All strangers to our community are to be isolated at the end until we have a better idea of what was happening here. Bear with us. We will have your holiday back on track as soon as we can. The rest of you, go home! There's nothing more to see here. Furthermore, the Harbor District Gate is to remain closed until further notice. No one in or out until this matter is put to bed. Now go, everyone. Dr. Colwig and I got this from here. I'm sure you grisly fucks are all excited because nothing ever happens around here. But Jesus Christ, don't forget, we lost one of our own today. Poor Levke needs us all now, more than ever. Instead, we use her in as a makeshift entertainment facility for our esteemed guests. Now go home, hug your loved ones, stay inside, and you'll be just fine. I promise. We will get to the bottom of this. Justice will be served.
The crowd disperses, their whispers heavy with anger and fear. In the distance, you see Niels Hansen, his arm around Levke, comforting her as they walk home. As the body comes into focus, you notice a small laceration, about 2 centimeters long, across the forehead. The wound is crusted over with dried blood and the surrounding area darkened with hematoma. Perhaps more noticeable, however, is the massive hole deep within the victim's neck. No denying the cause of death here. There, in the street outside his own office, Bente Hansen lays dead. Murdered. No doubt about it. For a telegraph clerk, you wonder, how does one become so filthy? His fingernails are packed with dirt and his palms are torn. Curiously, the shoes of a simple station clerk are heavy with mud and wild grasses. There, upon the reeds and the leather alike, small droplets of deep red blood. Present upon the man's forehead, a small laceration, nearly 2 centimeters in length. The wound, noticeably crusted with dried blood, has already begun to darken with bruising. Clearly, this injury was sustained while the victim was alive. While not being the cause of death, perhaps it is indicative of some sort of struggle. Just what happened here? Barely noticeable to the naked eye, you are drawn to a most peculiar sight indeed. Surrounding the wet, open wound, small traces of painted wood catch the light. Fragmented grain, as if it were sheared off upon entry. It is difficult to get a clear view through all the blood. It doesn't take a trained eye to see that this was undeniably the cause of death. The wound is small, a puncture, most likely inflicted by a long and narrow instrument. Notably, there are no signs of slashing, and more importantly, no signs of hesitation.
You there! The lad from the inn! Yes, you! I'm sorry, but I'm going to require you to go back to your room and remain there. Please head straight back to the inn. Livke should have everything you need. You don't seem like the sort of deranged monster capable of such a crime, but nevertheless, I can't be too careful. We will sort this out soon enough, hopefully with enough time for you to salvage your vacation. Try to make the most of it.
You turn and walk towards the inn with the remainder of the crowd. Over your shoulder, you see the mayor and Dr. Kolvik hoisting the dead body of Bente Hansen onto an old wooden cart and proceed to wheel it away. All that visibly remains is a large pool of blood.
Something dinged. There's something.
The door is locked. A key is required.
That way. What about this way? I know I'm supposed to go back. But I'm curious. Somebody could have run this way and escaped. Or heck, he could have run this way to try to get help.
Deep wrinkles run across her forehead. Her eyes are darkened and tired. The death of her husband weighs heavily on her. Her straight mouth proves the determination with which she continues to carry out her daily work. She moves her left hand, revealing her slightly swollen wrist.
Thank you, Mr. Schmidt. It's just terrible. I can't believe he's gone. I wish I could just take a few days and gather my thoughts, but that damn Yost. bastard said all you strangers have to stay here, in my inn, like I'm some sort of a warden. I know it's not an ideal way for you to spend your holiday, but I've gone ahead and unlocked some of the more restricted areas of the property, so you can at least enjoy some fresh air in the garden. I do hope you can make the most of your time here. There is a bookshelf on the first floor. Feel free to help yourself to any of its books. Who knows what's up there, but maybe you can find something entertaining. But shoot, I almost forgot. There aren't any oil lamps in that part of the inn. It's normally off limits to visitors, you know? Here, take mine. Sorry for the inconvenience. If it runs out of oil, come find me and I'll give you some more.
What impression did your husband make on you over the last few days?
Who could ever tell when it came to Bente? He was always brooding over something. Distant, withdrawn. Let's be honest, that man could be a bit of a pill. He wasn't always like that, you know? He was once quite the charmer, but over the years, his hobbies, his obsessions, they consumed him. Like some sort of slow death. I've watched that man fade from my life, little by little, until now. Now he's succeeded. He's finally gone. Absolutely and completely gone. Tell me, Mr. Schmidt, how do you mourn someone you lost long ago? You know, it's sad, really, the way that damn telegraph connected him to everyone but me. Try as I might, I could never get Bente to open up. Between his late nights spent at his office or up lost in thought pacing around in his study, about the only person who could ever get an audience with him was Weasley Mr. Harms. Those two would talk for hours on end, just rambling on and on about signals and transmitters and wires and such.
Will you be able to continue running the inn on your own?
Mr. Schmidt, you fail to realize that I've been doing it all on my own for years, ever since the army when he got into that damn machine. Thankfully, Niels, his brother, is always around to lend a hand. He may grumble, but he really is a good guy. Plus, you should know, we aren't just any old inn. No, sir, we are purveyors of the finest spirits. There isn't a king or bum within 100 kilometers of this place with a better palate for a good schnapps. Our rotating reserves are certain to never leave our visitors wanting more. Currently, we host a very special reserve from 1857, one of the hottest summers on record. It forced a sweetness in the fruit that year that has never been rivaled. I'd buy 100 cases if I could, but truth is, they're just too expensive for the folks around here. Instead, these hounds prefer the local swill, gut-rot hooch, not the high-quality stuff I specialize in. But when it comes to fine spirits, words can only do so much. You truly must try them for yourself.
Okay. I don't know what I'm...
Friedrich Mack. It's a small distillery from Hamburg. It's a fine spirit. It's not exactly cheap, but our painter, Eiko During, swears by it.
Okay, let's leave. Storeroom.
The door is labeled storage room. No
Okay. Understandable. Okay, so that didn't translate into English, but I think it's
The door is locked. A key is required.
If you hit C, you can use the lamp. Oh, garden. Oh. Hello? Oh, Nils. Let's analyze Nils. If we can. If I don't fail too hard. Yay!
A poorly healed scar runs along his forearm, leading the eye to his clean manicured hands. These are not the hands of a laborer. He smells harshly of smoke and alcohol, and appears to currently be, at least to some degree, drunk.
Understandable, considering the circumstances. My deepest condolences, Nils.
Thanks, Schmidt. Hard to imagine that I'll never talk to him again. It's funny. Just yesterday, I couldn't stand the guy. Never understood how such a selfish man could be so respected by his fellow townsfolk. I used to go out of my way to avoid talking to him, but now, I'd give anything to speak with him once more. I just hope they find the bastard who did this. I can't imagine who did such a thing so violently. Makes me sick. I mean, he wasn't the best brother a guy could ask for, but the townfolk adored him. He certainly didn't deserve that. I mean, sure,
Have any enemies?
not everyone is excited about the telegraph as he was, but enemies, like real enemies, I don't think so.
The door is locked. The door is locked.
Oh.
You open the large wardrobe doors only to find a small child, cowered in fear, hiding inside.
Please don't hurt me. Go away. My Nana and Papa did nothing to you. Leave us alone.
I know you must be very frightened. My name is Valentine. I'm here to help. Now please, come out, sir.
The child remains within the wardrobe.
Let's make funny faces,
The
sir.
girl laughs at your comical hijinks. She crawls out from the wardrobe.
Are you here to fight the monster?
The young girl looks at you, anxiously awaiting your answer.
What monster?
The monster. You have to believe me.
Monster's merely an invention used to push punishment and consequence. So God, no. I look just like a monster, do I not?
Yes, but not like the monster here. Not like the one that killed my Nana. I think it killed my Papa too. This monster's really scary, mister. It only comes at night. I haven't slept in weeks because it's always creeping around. My mother always says, Margie, there are no monsters. But it's real, mister. I swear it. It's killing my family. Nana and Papa are already dead. Mother might be next. Or even me.
Maya hastens her breathing. Her eyes widen. As you approach, she quickly takes a step back.
Tell me more so I could help you catch... as it could help me catch your monster.
It killed Nana. I just know it. One night, I heard it clunking around in the hallway. And then a bunch of weird noises coming from her room. And then the next morning, she was dead.
Maya fidgets nervously.
What's it look like?
It's real big, mister. Like, big. Twice my size. And it's all black. Dark as night. Sometimes I hear things. Spooky things. Like it's creeping through our house. I want to tell Mother, but it sounds like the monster is right outside my door. I don't want to get eaten, mister. What else? Let's see. Oh yeah! It's Creepy Eye. It glows, mister. I swear. Some nights I look outside and there it is, just staring at our house. I told Nana. She believed me. She even made me a magical crown to help fight it. But the crown got all yucky, so she threw it away. And then the monster killed her. Then it killed Papa too. I'm so scared, mister. I know it's the monster killing my family. You have to warn my mother.
The door is locked. A key.
That child lets her imagination get the best of her. I can assure you, Mr. Schmidt, there's no monster here. Only a scared little girl in a creaky old house. Poor thing lost so much. First her grandmother, and now her father. It doesn't take a priest to see she is troubled by it. I am the only one who cared for that woman, so I think I would know. I am certain Lisbeth died of natural causes.
It's all the same. It's up to examine where she died. Maybe you missed something.
I find it hard to believe this could be the case. But if you truly think it would help, here, take these. Just don't mess anything up. I run a tight ship, Mr. Schmidt.
Okay.
The keys unlock Bente's study and Lisbeth's bedroom. Just go up the stairs. They both are all the way back at the end of the hall. Maya's room is pretty self-explanatory, you'll see. That child has a knack for decoration. Now please, let me do my job.
Normally I wouldn't go this long on a demo, but I'm really curious. So...
The door is locked. A key is required. The door swings open.
Hmm. 625. I'm worried about the persistent disruption in the telegraph line. I record everything and give it directly to the city archives. That way I can prove later that there was no negligence on my part. I think Mayor Slip will approve of this. Okay.
A large dresser.
625.
The dresser is... The first number is... The second number is... The third number is...
5.
You hear a click, and the dresser unlocks.
Yeah. Another sleepless night caught in the throes of my own turmoil. Liv K, bless her heart, is slipping away from me, but how can I tell her what consumes me? How do I explain that which I failed to comprehend? I had assumed all this nonsense about the monster was yet another yarn, spun by drunken sailors in the tavern at night, But after yesterday, I'm no longer sure. What do the signs mean? What do the signals mean? I must decipher the code and solve the riddle. Only then might I feel like my old self again. Okay. Nope. Okay.
The door is locked. The door swings up. A thick, leather-bound book. Inside, every quip, every wisdom that Lisbon learned in life is in this book. From recipes to... The first number is... The second... The third... The first number is... The third...
Beef. Okay. Okay. Not quite yet. Let's see here. Salmon.
The bed is neatly made. It is clear no one has slept in it in a very long time.
Salmon. Okay. Just for safety's sake. Okay, good, because
Upon closer inspection, only when your nose almost touches the wood, do you notice a series of small scratches, approximately 1.5 centimeters apart, running perpendicular to the grain. As if someone, or something, has clawed at the bed frame.
Apparently did it found dead at the harbor, bottle still in his hand. Nils is turning into him ever since. Oh, okay. Wyatt. Here went on utterly gone just when I thought the degenerate might be turning his life around. His curse shines through. Oh. Okay, Nils was involved with somebody named Mirabelle. And then Nils broke it off with Mirabelle. Strangeness hanging in the air. Afraid of some monsters. 184. Okay. 184.
The first number,
1.
The second number is
8.
The third number is
4. Crown of flowers. When I first gathered in this small section of wire and bread poppies. Form the wire into a halo, weave the poppies, including their stems around the halo until all this. Okay.
In your inventory, you can revisit any tutorial you may have learned throughout gameplay. Access your tutorials to craft items using...
Okay. Is there anything else?
Red pigment stains the floor. Not blood. Red powder. It could be cosmetics. This pillow is the only one with a different colored cover. This pillow is the only one with a different colored cover.
Okay.
The door is locked. A key.
Man and an eel. Okay. Oh, that's loud. Sorry, guys. Monster stands before the house at night for a while, staring out before going inside.
There, beneath my window, by those barrels near the fence. I can see its evil eye just staring at me. It smells real awful too. He sits there and just stares at the house for a long time. And then, it comes in. I can hear it clucking through the hallway, opening doors, making all sorts of weird noises in the night.
Did your grandma have any arguments recently?
Arguments? Oh, you mean like how Mother and Papa are always yelling? We need more help. I'm just one woman. Why are you always working? She sure gives it to him real good.
Mm-hmm.
It's my duty to man the line, woman. But no, Nana wasn't yelling at nobody. She sort of just spends most of her time alone.
Made you crown the flowers exactly as your grandmother instructed.
Oh, Mr. Valentine, it's perfect. Mother threw my old one away when the flowers got yucky. But this one isn't yucky. By the time it gets gross, we will have caught the monster. Nana always says, "Pray, child, nothing is free." She would say I gotta pay you something for this nice gift. How about a drawing? I'm an artist too, did you know that? Would you like me to draw her for you? Except, I can't draw it, mister. Mother has my crayons. Her and Papa were yelling again. I was afraid to ask. Do you think you can get them back for me?
Alright. She wants crowns. Go get crowned. Or crayons, sorry. Mergie's tells me you have a cramp.
Ugh, that girl. She would lose her head if it wasn't attached. I swear it. Yes, I have them, but they're upstairs in our room. Sorry, Mr. Schmidt. I'm far too busy to tend to it now. Here, take this. It's a key to our room.
Okay, thank you.
It's located in the upper part of the building, very close to Maya's room. I'm sure you will have no trouble finding it. Her crayons are somewhere in there.
Did your mother-in-law use cosmetics?
What? Lisbeth? Heavens no. That woman thought makeup was reserved only for whores. She would even criticize the actors at the Playhouse for wearing it. I never saw anything wrong with a little here and there. I'm a modern woman, after all.
Thank you.
The door is labeled storage.
No.
The door is...
Okay, don't have a key for that. What about...
The door is...
Not allowed in the backyard? Come on. Okay, fine.
The door is... The door... A corn. Vintage 1857. A wash basin and cosmetics for a well-groomed appearance.
Yard key?
The rouge is almost completely used up. The rouge is almost completely used up. A long black coat for cold days. A large dresser. The dresser is locked.
I don't have 4 numbers yet. Oh.
Oh, thank you! I just need a minute and I'll make you a masterpiece. Here, that's my Nana. That's last time I saw her. She was already dead, mister. That's after the monster got her. It was early morning and I heard Mom started screaming. I ran right there and Nana was dead.
Blue?
The monster got her, mister. Papa must have still been at work. I was so scared. Lucky for me, Uncle Niles was there. Right away, he looked everywhere, but the monster must have run away because Niles couldn't find it anywhere.
Is Grandma always such a peculiar shade of blue?
The monster did that. He must have sucked the life right out of her, or scared her to death. But it was weird, mister. Later, I could have sworn she was only sleeping.
Sleeping. Very interesting. Thank you for your help.
Say, since I'm such a good helper, you might need me to come along to help out more. What do you say? That monster's dead meat now that we're working together.
I'd love to hire you. Unfortunately, I can't afford to pay the wages of such a top inspector like yourself. Please understand.
Oh, okay, I guess. Just make sure you find the monster before it hurts someone else.
Cute kid. It's too bad she's had so much death in her life already, but then again, in this day and age, at least the day and age set within the game's timeline, it would be hard not to.
The door swing. Two distinct pairs of footprints litter the ground below the clothesline. One smaller set, noticeably heavier in the heel. A woman's shoe, approximately 23 centimeters in length. The larger set, flat-footed, approximately 27 centimeters in length, appears to be that of the common male work boot. You kneel down for a closer look and hear the sound of heavy footsteps rapidly approaching.
I thought you'd never show. Get over here. Papa needs some loving.
Strong, mannish hands reach out and firmly hold you by the waist. A short moment later, they retreat.
Shit. I'm looking for Sybil. She's our best hen. Lays eggs like a motherfucker. Damn thing flew the coop. You haven't seen a chicken come through here, have you?
You turn around to see the face of none other than Niels Hansen. He appears more startled than you are.
Your room's right upstairs. I thought your gentleman would buy me dinner first.
You shut the fuck up! You don't know what you're talking about. You tell anyone, and you're fucking dead. Now where was I? Sybil! Sybil! Get out here, you damn bird!
Methinks the only reason that he did not like his brother was because he was running off with his brother's wife. Can you remember if Elizabeth had a blue complexion after her
Oh,
death?
heavens no. Not that I noticed. I think I was probably the one who turned so blue. Scared me so. I just couldn't believe it. There she lay, so peaceful in her bed, as if she went to sleep and never woke up. Don't judge me, Mr. Schmidt, but finding her dead startled me so bad, I had to have a stiff pour of the good stuff before I could even deal with any of it. I hadn't even had my morning coffee yet.
Let's see. 4 out of 10. Purchase something from you? Let's see here. Where's monocle? Case claims that a monster is responsible for the deaths of her father.
Niels looks at you, perplexed.
Look, I don't know what you believe in, Schmidt, but not everything in this world is so easily explained. All I know is that folks have been telling stories of their own monsters since the dawn of time. People like you say it's nonsense, but who am I to say? Maybe Marya is right. She's not completely making the shit up, you know. She probably overheard someone talking about it in the inn. A few folks have been messed up pretty bad lately. Bunch of rumors about monsters tormenting the outskirts. Poor girl probably heard something she shouldn't. Look, nothing happened. Don't flatter yourself, city boy. You'd be doing both of us a big favor if you just drop it.
Did I get any more? Oh, yeah, I could make a crab roll.
A wooden bench. Someone has carved a heart with the letters L plus N into it.
be something I'm missing. Particularly in the parents' bedroom.
A corn. Vintage 1857.
Oh, 1857. Maybe that's it.
A large dresser. The dresser is the first, the second number is, the third number is, the fourth number.
7.
You hear a click?
There we go. Okay, so that was the hand. I'm about this hopeful and such alone. It's all because of you. If only we didn't have to hide like this, tucked between the sheets, away from the world, our secret rendezvous in the garden. It's the crowning moment of my day. Share with me one moment before he returns. Meet me in our special spot. Oh, did she see? Is that why Grandma had to die?
A corn. Vintage 1857. A corn. Vintage 1857.
Okay. You're having an affair.
My husband's murderer is on the loose, and you come to me with such colorful accusations. As if you yourself could face God free from sin. I suggest we leave my dirty laundry where it lies. Mr. Schmidt, is it? Lest this conversation be over.
Believe you've committed adultery with your brother's wife.
Who the fuck are you to accuse me of such a thing? Always poking around where you don't belong. Stay out of it.
Evidence is undeniable. It would be in your best interest to discuss this with me here in private.
You caught me. I never meant for it to happen. It just sort of did. Bente was working all night again. Levka, she got a new shipment of some fancy schnapps, so I stayed late to carry it in from the docks. She said, one taste to sample its provenance. Well, one thing led to another, and it just sort of happened, you know? She treats me like I'm normal. See things in me only Miri saw. I never meant for it to happen. But I never would have killed him. Jesus Christ. Despite being here last night, laying with his wife, I never wished my brother any harm. Don't believe me? Maybe you could ask Maria. Damn girl and this monster nonsense. I'm sure she was awake. She would have heard me come in.
Yeah, I heard it again last night. He sounded really angry too. All the grunting and growling. It was like he was eating something. I pulled the covers up over my head and must have fallen asleep. Luckily, when I woke up, Uncle Niles had already scared it away. I thought we were safe, but mister, it must have attacked my papa. It had to be the monster. Why does the monster want to kill my family?
I could answer that, but some riddles not even an inspector can solve.
Maya.
I thought you were going to fight the monster, mister. I can't wait until I grow up. I'm gonna be big and strong. I won't need some dumb man like you trying to take care of me.
I can't exactly go telling her. But what would it be? Wait. Did he? No. She. Oh. But there's nothing left for me to find. Okay, guys, well, unfortunately, that's all the time I have for the Ebbing. But thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to keep up to date on all the videos. And remember to free the feral wildflower in you.